Alright guys, ZFR Gaming back here again today, and in this video we're going to be going over the Battlefield 1 beta, or at least going over my first impressions of it. Before I get into this video, some of you may have noticed I did 2 live streams on the beta, but afterwards took them down. I just wasn't satisfied overall with the entirety of the videos. Like, I feel like I had some really sucky matches in there, and I know I can do better in the game. So pretty much what I've done, I've spent more time just playing the beta, getting better at the game, because it actually did have a little bit of a learning curve to it, turns out. I thought since it was another Battlefield I was just going to be able to jump right back in, but actually this one did have a learning curve on it. So yeah, as you can see, or as you're getting ready to see from the gameplay behind me, I've become really good at the game. Like, I've gotten a lot better. Of course this was still one of my better matches. So anyway, getting into the actual beta and what I like and don't like so far, let's just start talking about this stuff. So I'm gonna be honest, there's not much when it comes to what I don't like, but we'll get to that little part later. So yeah, what I do like, I'm telling you right now, I love all the weapons. They feel so different and unique. Like, it just feels better to have, you know, weapons that all don't feel the same, or that don't have like 1,000 other weapons that are like it. Like, they all feel somewhat unique to me. I like that about them. And they feel more powerful. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just feels like everything packs more of a punch. And of course, like, you know, there's longer reload times and less shots in the magazines and all that. So, you know, you have to be a lot more careful with your weapons. You have to place your shots better, and you have to make sure you hit your shots, and you have to pick and choose the right times to stop and reload, find a good hiding spot and everything. But if you can get all of that down pat, like how I've been getting it down pat in this video, and how I'm about to get it again, oh my god, this was such a great kill streak I'm about to go on, I think. But yeah, like, if you can get that down pat, like, you're going to destroy on the battlefield. And one thing I've noticed about this game, like, in a lot of situations, it's just smarter for you to run away. It's a lot smarter for you to run away. It's not smart for you to stick around in a gunfight that you're already losing, or that you're going to have to take on more than one enemy face to face. Like, it's just smarter for you to run away. You can't get away with that as much as you could in the past. Now, you guys see me riding a horse here. I fail at it horribly in a little while, I believe. I actually did get a few kills with the horse and the saber throughout my matches. I'm not sure if I had any recorded. I don't believe I did. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, the horses, like, I'll have to talk about them later, because they are definitely, I'm definitely going to put them on the things I don't like right now, and I'll get into that later, like I said. But anyway, so yeah, like, the weapons and stuff all feels great. You have to just be more careful around the battlefield. As for the map feels amazing. The map is amazing. Like, it's like, first it's really cool to look at, and then on top of that, like, the layout of it, I just really like it. Like, it's this really big open map and there's like all these little towns where the infantry has like really good cover. Like, it's more than just one spot for the infantry across the map. Like, they have a bunch of different spots for them, kind of littered throughout the map. And, like, of course, the main spots in the middle of the map, it's a big town or city, or no, I'll call it a town. It's a big town. And then you have these other little villages throughout the map, like the one we're in now. Like, it's just awesome. It's really an awesome map. I'm really enjoying it. There's a really good mix of snipers and all the other classes on this map that work well. When I first saw this map, I was a bit worried that it was going to be way too sniper friendly, but there's actually a really good mix of snipers, and because of the way all the guns work, like, it's not even that hard to deal with snipers when they do show up. You just have to you know, kind of get out of the way and get closer. But yeah, like, for the most part right now, the map feels amazing. But of course, this is just one map, so there could possibly be other ones that I don't feel the same way about, but we'll have to wait and see. As long as all of them have the same, I don't know, kind of setup, we'll be all good. Now, the game mode's Conquest, of course, feels right as ever. Then there's Rust. Now, I'm going to say this map is really good for Rust. Like, it's, like I said, like, the setup of it is just really perfect for that type of game mode. But I will say this, like, I've gotten like some sucky teammates in Rust so far. Like, last night I was playing Rust and like I couldn't, like, I played, I don't know, maybe 3-4 matches of Rust. I couldn't win one match because when I played it, I was like the only person that was actually playing the objective. Like, some of my teammates were just off to the side, literally just looking at the enemy team. I promise you, they weren't even shooting. I didn't record it. I wish I did, but like, they weren't even shooting, they weren't sniping, they were just off on the far side of the map, just like standing there and looking around, walking around. I was like, what are these dudes doing? Like, so yeah, like, I mean, bad teammates, it seems like they can kind of ruin the game mode for you, but that's alright. Like, I mean, you're gonna have that in every game, to be honest. Like, I'm not really sure if there's any kind of system they can put in to really counter that. I guess you can put in like the thing that kicks you when you're idle for too long, but like, these guys weren't idle. They were just trolling. But yeah, like, so there was that. But for the most part, when all the teammates do their part in Rust, like, Rust is still a pretty fun game mode as well. Now, vehicles. I know this is something a lot of people are going to want to talk about. Are the vehicles overpowered? Do I feel the same way a lot of other people are feeling about the vehicles right now? I hear a lot of people saying they are overpowered. I don't think the vehicles are overpowered, alright? Like, so far, I've been able to handle the vehicles. The only thing about the vehicles now is you can't just point a rocket at them and make them disappear, which in my opinion is better. It takes more skill. You actually have to have somebody with skill on your team in order to take down the vehicles now. Like, you actually have to, you know, go over to that assault class and you have to get all your stuff for the vehicles, and you have to get a little bit closer in there and you have to take them out. It's a little bit harder, but at the same time it feels more rewarding, and plus it gives the vehicles an actual chance to, you know, live. Now, I will say this, I'm not sure how I feel about the repair time or the repair altogether. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because there's too much of it. I think you get like 10 points of health back when you repair. I don't know how I feel about being able to repair the vehicle from inside. I feel like that's way too safe. Like, I've survived for entire matches of Conquest already in a tank doing that. So yeah, I feel like, nah, that's probably not going to be okay. But yeah, like, anyway, so pretty much I don't think the vehicles are overpowered, but I do think they need some tweaking. Like, I think you should have to get out of your tank and use that hammer to repair it. Like, I think they should bring that part back from the last Battlefield games, or you should have, well, there's no other character class in the game with a hammer unless you're the tank driver. So I say get out of the tank, repair it with that hammer. And I don't know, maybe they can put some kind of system in where somebody can't steal your tank, you know, for like 10 seconds while you're outside of it, or at least somebody on your team, as long as you're alive. But if you die, they can. I don't know, like, because you know, if you get out of your tank to repair it, somebody's probably gonna steal it. But yeah, I don't know, like, they just need to tweak that part of the tanks a little bit. They need to tweak that. As for the airplanes feel pretty fun too. I still need to get the hang of them. I got a couple of kills, you know, off of enemy airplanes that were tailing me when I was in an airplane with another person, or when I was in it by myself. I got a few kills with them. I dropped a few bombs and got a kill or two. So I haven't really, you know, gotten a chance to get used to planes yet, but they do feel awesome, and like, I'm excited to use them a little bit more in the future. And let me just say, the vehicles overall in this game, DICE, thank you for finally making the vehicles easier to use. I'm sorry, but like, in the past Battlefields, like, at least in Battlefield 4, I'm talking about Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, like, I never did understand why the vehicles had to be so difficult to use. Like, they had, like, those vehicles in those past games just feel weird. Like, the helicopter controls are so complicated and everything for no good reason. Like, I didn't like it. Well, they weren't complicated, but you know, they had such a steep learning curve to it. Like, I mean, that's a really steep learning curve. Like, you had to spend a lot of time in helicopters in order to get that down pat. At least for me, that's how it was. So, yeah, like, I'm glad they made it more accessible. Like, that's what needed to happen, in my opinion. Now, the sniping, because you just saw me get a little snipe in the background here. The sniping in the game is good. Alright, like, I like it. Like, I haven't mastered it yet, but I definitely am already better at sniping in this game than I was in the past Battlefields. Like, definitely. Like, so yeah, pretty much how I think it's going to happen. I think there's going to be a lot of people in this game that are going to pick up snipers and start using snipers when they didn't in the past, because it's way better in this game. Like, this map was more built for it. Like, it was just more built for overall. Like, I mean, there were a lot of sniping places in the map. And like, there were just so many places to choose from where you can hide and stuff, get a vantage point. And you know, like, the snipers, like, they don't have that much bullet drop and stuff. It's just more about lining that sod up now, which is really good. That's the fun way to go about it. So yeah, like, I'm excited to try out snipers more. But anyway, moving on from that, let's talk about these horses. Alright, the horses. I currently don't know how I really feel about the horses. I don't have a problem with them being in the game, but I'm going to say this, like, right now, in my opinion, they kind of suck. I mean, and I think the main reason they suck is because, one, when you get on them, they give you that sucky gun that you get when you're inside of a tank, or when you get into an airplane, you get out. It's like it looks like a older version of the Thompson machine gun, like, and it sucks. Alright, it's like a single fire gun, and it's really weak. I don't understand why you're making people use that gun on horses. Let them carry their machine guns around or whatever. That would make the horses slightly more powerful. It would still take skill to use it. I get they're afraid of putting somebody on a horse with a big machine gun on them, but like, I mean, they would still have to have skill in order to land all their shots accurately and stuff. So like, I really don't see the problem with doing it, because I'm telling you right now, the only way, in my opinion, the only way you're going to get a kill with a horse in this game is if you use the saber. Like, you might as well not even and the video just cut off on me because I went over 15 minutes. But yeah, like, absolutely out of the question. You have to use that saber, because like that gun they give you while you're on a horse, it just doesn't work. Like, in my opinion, just let people keep their regular guns while they're on a horse. Let them have a pistol before you let them have that, because that gun just sucks. Like, the pistols literally will do better than that. But yeah, that's really all I have to complain about, though. Like, I'm gonna be honest, so I don't have really anything to complain about in this Battlefield game. Like, there's more destruction than there were in the past ones. The visuals are great and everything. Like, there's not much to really not like here, guys. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to be doing another Battlefield 1 live stream as soon as the servers come back up, because they're down right now. But I'm going to be doing another one later on. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave likes and comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I will see you guys on the next one. ZFR out, guys.